All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Harakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who will teach well. I want to say shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, Lord will this be an edifying lesson and uplifting to the brothers and sisters that are actively participating in this truth and those that are learning and growing. All right, there's going to be persecution. There's also going to be miracles, okay? And what your mind needs to focus on is more on the miracles and not more on the persecution, all right? The persecution is going to lead to miracles, all right? I saw something on social media in regards to, somebody, doing like a story of their life or something like that. And it said nobody wants a boring story. They don't want to get from just point A to point B. They want to, a climactic build up and things like that. You go through ups and downs, and then you get to the point of where you either reach your goal or, and for us in this case, salvation. Okay. So there's going to be persecution and there's going to be miracles. All right. Just like in your day to day life, the Lord gives you hell and he gives you blessings. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start off with this. This is First Corinthians chapter 13, Salakia chapter 10, verse 13. It says, there have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to men. Okay. Meaning everything that you go through, somebody else has already gone through it. All right. And the persecutions that we're going to go through, all right, the prophets before us has gone through some form of persecution. Yahweh Shai has gone through persecution, and the disciples that he set up has gone through persecution. All right. And some persecution can lead to death. All right. So that temptation or that persecution or that adversity or that affliction, okay, has been born, all right, and overcome by somebody in the world already, whether it be in the past times or in this time, okay? It says, but Yahweh is faithful. We got to remember that the Lord is faithful, is true to his word, and he made a promise that he's going to keep unto Abraham, okay? Who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, okay? And the Lord knows our limits, so he's going to push you to your limits, all right? And that temptation or that suffering can come to, the point of death, all right? Watching your family members be put to death, all right? In certain situations like that where, we have never faced before in these bodies or in this time, the Lord's going to try us, all right? But again, will with the temptation also make a way to escape that ye may be able to bear it. All right. And the way to escape is first and foremost through faith. All right. But it's going to be a miracle. Okay. It's going to be a miracle. All right. So let me get this word miracle. Just Google definition. All right. Miracle. It says a surprising and welcome event that is not explicable by nature or scientific laws and is therefore considered to be the work of a divine agency, okay? And we know that divine agency, okay, is of Yahweh Shema Shai, all right? So the Lord will send out his angels to do certain things such as, put people to death, all right? Or just for another example, I've never seen it happen, but a car accident could happen. And at the last or the split second, the Lord could, have an angel have the angel put it in somebody's mind to either jump out the way, or the angel could just, pick the person up and move them out of the way before they get hit, because it may not be their time to go, or the Lord just wanted to save that person for that time. Okay. But it's a welcome event. All right. That's not explainable by natural or scientific laws. Okay. That's what miracles are, okay? It says a highly improbable or extraordinary event, all right? Development or accomplishment that brings very welcome consequences, okay? Highly improbable means that it's barely, possibly is not as rare to happen, okay? an extraordinary event. All right, we're going to read some extraordinary events that came from persecution to miracles, okay, in the scriptures. All right. Down here it says, what is the biblical definition of miracles? It says the purpose of a miracle may be in the direct and immediate result of an event. Okay. Example, the Lord Yahweh feeding thousands of people with a certain amount of loaves of fish and bread. Okay. A miracle. He multiplied the fish and the bread. Okay. All right. Example given, deliverance from imminent danger. Okay. And then you're going to have to be persecuted to be within imminent danger to receive deliverance. Okay. Which is going to be in the form of miracles. Okay. Thus, the passage of the children of Israel. All right. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians from the 12 tribes. Okay. Through the Red Sea and the Hebrew Bible, Old Testament book of Exodus, cures of illness. All right, the Lord healed blind men. Okay, he opened up the mouths of people to have them speak. Okay, dumb individuals. All right, and or provisions of plenty to the needy. And I had just given an example of the Lord, Salakia, giving people food to eat. All right, out of a certain amount of loaves and fish, he was able to feed thousands. Okay, those are miracles. Okay, now let's see what this says. All right, faith healings. Okay, Yahweh Shai heal people. All right, Yahweh Shai exercise demons out of people. All right, he came back from the dead. All right, and he had control over the waters and the sea. All those are types of miracles. Okay, all right, you're going to see these type of miracles in your time, in this time that we come in. Okay, because persecution is coming for the men of the Lord. All right. Let me get this other precept, and then we're going to jump into these instances where miracles happen for men of Yahweh Shem Shai. Second Ezra chapter 9. Let me make sure I load it up. Chapter 9, 7. Everyone that shall be saved, all right, delivered, okay, and shall be able to escape, all right, delivered by miracles, okay, because it's not anything that we're going to do of ourselves that's going to cause us to escape, okay, and shall be able to escape by his works. All right, and I was looking at a brother's Bible the other day when he was at camp, and it had works, and then had a definition of it. It says deeds and efforts. Okay, and I just looked those up while we was at camp. And efforts was things that you attempted to do. Okay, so those men, all right, that serve Yahweh Shem Shai to the best of their ability. Okay, they are attempting to do. They are putting forth the effort. Okay, to do things that please the Lord. Okay. Example given, going to the highways and byways. All right. All right. So by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed. Okay. I can't remember the instance of the story. Maybe it was the where the Lord had rose up the daughter of one of the soldiers in the Roman army. All right. But he told the man, be not afraid, only believe. Okay. All right. So belief is a big key in being delivered. Okay. Having that faith that you're going to be delivered. All right. By miracles of the Lord. All right. In the times of persecution. All right. Verse 8, it says, shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. All right. And that's what the Lord did for his elect, because the elect is going to be the ones that get up out of here. All right. And Lord will, brothers and sisters are part of that number. All right. So now let's get into these miracles. So I'm going to start in Daniel, and I'm going to get straight to the point in the part of the persecutions and in the part of the miracles. All right. So we know about the king's image that he set up, Nebuchadnezzar, and there was brave men, okay, in this time frame. Let me get the time frame. about the time where the book of Daniel was, where Daniel lived. All right, he was a prophet from around 605 BC to 536 BC for 69 years. So within that time frame of him being in Babylon, this happened. Okay, I can't pinpoint the date, but it's within that time frame. Within that 69 years he had prophesied. All right, or he was being a prophet for the Lord. King Nebuchadnezzar set up this image, and he made the nation, all right, the people that was within under his rule, to worship when they heard certain sounds, certain instruments play. Okay, and Daniel and his friends did not do so. All right, so when you read this sentence right here, this title, it says Daniel's friends protected. All right, that's that miracle that we're gonna read about. Of course, everybody should know about this story, but I'm gonna start up. All right, this is Daniel 3:12. There are certain Jews, this is what the men of Babylon is telling Nebuchadnezzar, whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy powers, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. All right, so you got people, this is part of persecution. All right, they're being told, the king is being told what the three friends of Daniel are not doing. Then Nebuchadnezzar, in his rage and fury, commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then the king brought these men before. Then they brought these men before the king. All right. Yep. And then it says Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now, if ye be ready at the time when you hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if ye worship not, ye shall be cast the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. All right, so he's telling them what they're going to do, and they didn't buckle or falter when they heard these words. Okay. And who is that power, all right, which his name is Yahweh, all right, that shall deliver you out of my hands? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. All right. And then in a footnote in my Bible says, I think it says we don't care to answer you. Let me see. Oh, yep, it says have no need to answer. Okay. And that's what the footnote said. It says we have no need to answer thee in this matter. So Nebuchadnezzar should already know what's up. That's what they're telling him. All right. They probably like, hey, Jake, Nebuchadnezzar, you know what's good. You already know what we're doing. You already know what we're about. But nonetheless, keep reading. If so, if it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods nor worship thy golden image which thou hast set up. All right, so guess what? In the time of persecution, taking no thought. Let's see. All right, this is Matthew 10:19. But when they deliver you up in the time of persecution, all right, this is the Lord Yahushua speaking. Take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in the same hour what ye shall speak. So these words that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego spoke to King Nebuchadnezzar, all right, are the words of Yahweh Shema Shah that was given unto these three men to speak to the king. All right. And in that time, Yahweh Shema Shah is going to give us these same words, all right, but they're going to be said in modern day time, all right, how we speak now, or how Jake, speak with the sauce or the flavor or the salt or Jake, whatever Jake want to call it, with the slang. All right. So then verse 19 it says, then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 17 times more than it was wont to be heated. All right, make that fire hot. All right, and they're gonna in these times they're gonna have all these type of torture devices. Okay, um, you can't be afraid of that. All right, because the Lord could numb our body from feeling that, you know getting sawed off or getting thrown in a tree chopper. Or I seen this machine a couple of days ago. They was out here in the on the side of the road cutting grass. Um, it was a lawnmower, but the lawnmower was like out at the end of a thing where the bulldozer clamp would be. All right, where the bulldozer scoop stuff up. And I was just thinking, like, Esau could lay people's bodies down and just take that machine and just roll over people's bodies. But whatever Esau got lined up, the Lord's gonna give us a spirit to endure it. All right. That's what I believe. That's the miracle that I believe. Um, and he commanded that the most mighty men, Salakia, and he commanded the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and to cast them in the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, their hats, and their other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. All right. More persecution. Let me get a definition for persecution. So, Salakia. Persecution. All right, it says hostility and ill treatment, especially because of race or political or religious beliefs. Is that not what happened here? All right, because of their so-called religious beliefs. Okay, but we know it's our heritage. Okay, we know it's how we're supposed to conduct ourselves. All right, in the ways of standing in faith and fidelity for Yahweh Shai. All right, they were persecuted. All right, and it's going to happen to us. Okay, and they're going to call it all kinds of nonsense, and people going to just eat it up and believe it. But like we believe, all right, Yahweh Shai is going to be with us, just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego does. Okay, or has. All right. Verse 22. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Okay, so the Lord had those men put to death that put his hands on his holy men. All right, men that stood for Yahweh Shema Shai, the men that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego was bound by. The Lord had them set on fire. All right, and maybe the Lord used that to did that to test Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to see, oh, like this is what's about to happen to us, but they didn't fold, man. All right, let's look up fold in the slang definition. All right, look, fold, Urban Dictionary. Fold means to switch up, bitch out, all right, or get finessed by someone, all right. And the prophets didn't do that, man. Well, the friends of Daniel didn't switch up, man, because they saw those three men get burned up, all right, or they didn't switch up because they heard the words of Nebuchadnezzar, all right. And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down, bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. All right, they was in there. They was in the heat. All right, literally. Then Nebuchadnezzar the king was astonished and rose in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast three men bound in the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, True, O king. He answered and said, Lo, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt. And the form of the fourth is like the Son of God. Okay, so Yahushua was up in there with them, man. All right. But nonetheless, they was delivered, man. The miracle, okay, was that the Lord was in there with them, all right, and they was in there walking in the midst of the fire, man, and they had no hurt, all right. Nothing was burned on them, man. Okay, that's the miracle. They believed, okay, and they stood firm. They didn't fold, all right. They didn't bitch up. They didn't switch, all right. They didn't get finessed by the words of King Nebuchadnezzar. All right, here it says folding when someone either physically or mentally crumbles due to whatever. All right, alcohol, drugs, women, etc. All right, but they ain't fold up, man. All right, and Lord will He put the spirit on you not to fold up. All right, so we can go to Daniel in Daniel 3. I mean Daniel 6 chapter, but I want to go to Daniel in the Apocrypha and Bel and the Dragon because it shows another miracle that the Lord has done for His men still form. And guess what? If you're out there on the highways and byways, you know you're doing your best to keep the laws. All right, guess what you're doing? You're standing for the Lord. All right, and if the Lord has mercy on you, Salaki, because we don't know. You know, we know the Lord is very merciful, but we don't know if we are the elect. But we hoping and we praying and we believing to be. All right, but most importantly, we serving the Lord and we have faith. And your faith shows by your works, man. What you're doing for the Lord. All right. Salakia. So the story of Bel and the dragon. All right. So we know Daniel made a fool out of the gods that they worship at this time. And I think it was yep, all right, it was a king in Babylon. All right. I don't know which king at this time. And nonetheless, it don't matter. But the point of the story is there was a miracle that happened here. All right. So I'm going to start at 28. When they of Babylon heard that Daniel basically made a fool and destroyed their God, right? Made a fool out of the people that was in there sneaking the food and what have you, right? And destroyed their God. When they of Babylon heard that, they took great indignation and conspired against the king, saying the king has become a Jew and he have destroyed Bel and have slain the dragon and put the priest to death. So they came to the king and said, deliver us Daniel, or else we will destroy thee in thine house. Now, when the king saw that they pressed him sore, being constrained, he delivered Daniel unto them. All right, this the persecution. All right, Daniel being delivered up. But Daniel been in this situation before. All right. Who cast him into the lion's den, where he was 6 days. Oh, well, you know what? This was in the time of Babylon. So I believe this was before the Medo-Persian Empire, where Darius was around, and it was before Salakia. All right. So who cast him into the lion's den, where he was 6 days, and in the den there were 7 lions. All right. So being cast into prison was part of affliction. All right. Being delivered was part of the persecution and affliction. Being cast in the den. All right. And they had given them every day 2 carcasses and 2 sheep, which then were not given to them to the intent that they might devour Daniel. All right. So they intended harm upon the man of the Lord. Okay. Just like Esau Edom was going to do, he's going to intend harm upon you. Okay. Now there was in Jewry a prophet called Habakkuk, all right, who had made pottage and had broken bread in a bowl and was going into the field to bring it to the reapers. But the angel of Yahweh said unto Habakkuk, go carry the dinner that thou hast unto Babylon unto Daniel, who is in the lion's den, still in the lion's den. In this case, having no food to eat, right? Because the angel of the Lord is about to bring him food. All right, this is part of the miracle that we're about to read. And Habakkuk said, Lord, I never saw Babylon, neither do I know where the den is. All right, here we go. The angel of the Lord Yahweh, okay, took him by the crown and bare him by the hair of his head, and through the of his spirit sent him back over miracle to a place never saw this. For BC. What? Um, so prophesied about 23 years, all right, within the time frame of Daniel, all right. And Habakkuk cried and said, "O Daniel, Daniel, take the dinner which Yahweh hath sent thee." All right. Hey, the Lord wants to feed us in the time of our persecution. All right, when the time of the famine that's being manufactured, people burn down houses in these factories and all that. Salakia. And when people out there starving because they ain't got nothing to eat, they ain't served, all they did was serve themselves and the lust of the flesh. We're gonna be eating, man, just like you say in Job, okay? And I believe it was in Isaiah as well. Servants shall eat, and you shall be hungry. And a brother, the Lord could, have the spirit on a brother to fly to where you are and feed you, all right, and your whole family, all right. Just you see here, a miracle, man. This is a miracle, all right. Persecution and then miracles, man. Okay, it's not gonna be miracle. That thou hast remembered me, and that not forsaken them, and how you love the Lord by keeping the commandments, by doing what He's angel, saying his own place again. Get one apostles of you. So it says, 12:1. Now he stretched forth his hand to vex certain of his brothers. Started a lot that one of the men of the Lord had to go through. We may have to go through ones that were Lord. Then were days of unleavened bread, okay? And that goes into, because during the time of the supposed to eat bread ended him, he put uh I can't core term him persecuted. Peter kept him. Yes. Prayer was made without. Verse so with two chains and to the key before the door kept the prison. So he was in the midst of people sleeping, right, locked up in chains, and people and people outside the doors. And behold, the angel of Yahweh came upon him, and a light shined in the prison. It's like he brought. If you look at videos, we see him in this nice in the prison. Saying, arise up quickly. Right? It is, I thought this was the angel and bind on thy sin, thy garment about thee, and follow me. All right, the angel told Peter, get yourself, and followed him, and that it was by the angel, but he saw when they were past the first, they came to the city of his own and went out and passed on. With the angel departed from him himself, know of a street that Yahweh have sent and have from all the action of the people of the Jews. All right. So deliverance, okay. Persecution in this point at this point was for preaching the word. All right. He got locked up by Herod, okay. All right. But through the prayers, okay, the Lord sent the angel and delivered him out of the prison system, man. Okay. And that's going to happen for bros, man. All right. This is thing that's going to happen for us and our families, man. There's going to be miracles, okay. But remember, we got to go through the persecution, then the miracles. All right. Let me see if I can change this title. All right. So that was the lesson, persecutions and then miracles. Okay. So expect these miracles, man. All right. Expect these miracles. I got one closing precept. This is Psalm 68. Now I was listening to Apostle Rakai's video, I believe was this morning while I was at the gym. On, pray, always be in the mindset of praying, basically, for hearing, going here and there, basically just being grateful. All right. And this is one of the precepts that he came out with. This is Psalm 68:19. Blessed be Yahweh by Hashem El Shai, who daily loadeth us with benefits. Okay. And those benefits, okay, come from his mercy. All right. Because we all should be, put to death for the things that we have done. All right. And the benefits that's going to come later on is the miracles that the Lord is going to do on, our behalf to get us out of certain situations. All right. And it's going to be tough, but we got to have the faith. All right. Keep it and believe it and hope. Continue. Even if you're looking down the barrel of a gun. All right. Or if your head is on the chopping block, for not taking the Quran. All right. It says, even the power of our salvation, which is Yahweh Shem Al Shai. All right. Selah. He that is our power is the power of salvation. All right. And that's the living power, man. There's no other power that's, you know, made on earth, okay, that can deliver, because there's no other power but Yahweh Shem Al Shai. All right. And unto the Most High, Yahweh, belongeth the issues from death. Okay. So it's up to the Lord if you're going to get put to death or not. And it's up to the Lord if you're going to be saved or not. All right. So, Lord, will you was edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shem El Shai by Shem Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who will teach well. And I want to say shalom to the whole full of Kwame Yasharal and Mawafla with the ball. Shalom. Excuse me.